My husband said a supportive wife doesn't need expensive gifts, so I matched his effort exactly. We hit 5 years of marriage. He runs a tech consultancy. I am an architect. Our finances are split 50-50 on all household bills. Whatever is left is ours to manage independently. Last Wednesday, I needed the Wi-Fi password off his tablet. A tab was open to his banking dashboard. I didn't mean to pry, but the bold red numbers practically screamed at me. He had dropped $6,000 in 3 days. I scrolled down, my chest tightening. $4,000 for a private yacht rental for his business partners. $1,200 on Italian suits for his co-founders. $800 on a VIP dinner for his interns. And at the very bottom, a digital receipt from a corner pharmacy. One automatic folding umbrella. $15. Below that, a calendar reminder. Wrap umbrella for anniversary. My stomach plummeted. It was not about the money. It was the crushing realization that I was a complete afterthought in his vanity budget. When Julian walked through the door, I dropped my phone on the granite counter with the receipt glowing brightly. I demanded an explanation. He didn't flinch. He just sighed, dumped his briefcase, and asked why I was violating his digital privacy, as if that was the real crime. I ignored the bait. I told him he blew thousands showing off while grabbing my milestone gift from a drugstore. It is practical, he snapped, pouring a scotch. You got soaked walking to the subway last week. I listened to your problem. Heat climbed my neck and my vision blurred. I asked him about the Costa Rica trip I had explicitly asked for. That is a frivolous luxury, he scoffed. My network is an investment. You are already my wife. I shouldn't have to bribe you to stick around. I stared at him, my pulse hammering in my ears. I asked if that meant I was simply worth less than his interns. I am securing our future. You are just throwing a tantrum, he hissed. A supportive partner understands business. I pointed out I had already purchased the $1,200 espresso machine he had been begging for since January. He had sent me the link 4 times. He waved his hand. That was your choice. If you want a trip, pay for it yourself. I am not funding a vacation when I have networking to do. I didn't scream. I just nodded slowly. I knew exactly where I stood. That's when the real bombshell dropped. The next morning, he whistled while making coffee, oblivious to the war he had just started. He acted like he hadn't just shattered my respect. I dragged the massive espresso machine straight to the trunk of my car. The store processed the return instantly. The second the cash hit my account, I booked a solo luxury wellness retreat in Sedona. It cost exactly $1,180. Then, I drove to an office supply store. I bought a standard pack of blue ballpoint pens, $12.50. I did not even peel the clearance sticker off the plastic. Our anniversary dinner was that Saturday night. Julian had invited his parents, his sister, and 3 co-founders. We were seated at a 5-star restaurant. After the entrees, the speeches started. He handed me a silver bag. I pulled out the cheap black umbrella. His friends clapped, looking uncomfortable. Then, I handed him a heavy box wrapped in premium gold foil with a massive bow. He grinned, expecting the espresso machine he'd been drooling over. He ripped the paper apart. A cheap plastic pack of pens spilled onto the table. The private dining room went dead silent. His mother gasped and covered her mouth. One co-founder aggressively cleared his throat, suddenly finding the chandelier fascinating. Julian's face flushed a deep, ugly crimson. Is this a joke? He whispered. I kept my voice light and sweet. It is practical. You always complain about losing your pens at the office. I leaned in and echoed his exact words. A supportive partner understands business, right? His jaw locked tight. Where is the machine? I returned it. I smiled, showing him the Sedona confirmation email. I decided to invest in my own luxury instead. His sister snorted into her wine glass. Julian just sat there, clutching a blue ballpoint pen in front of his entire network, completely speechless. Now his inner circle thinks I am vindictive. Am I really the villain?